Welcome to Time Well Spent, a podcast from LaborSync, the only real-time, multilingual timesheet software your business will ever need. If you run remote field crews, rising material costs or labor shortages aren't actually your biggest threat.
Right, they really aren't.
Well, yeah, your biggest threat is actually silence. Today on Time Well Spent, we are unpacking a really fascinating LaborSync blog article that exposes the massive hidden financial drain of, well, not knowing where your team is.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah.
huge issue. Think about the transition you make from, being a solo operator to managing a whole team. When you are the one actually turning the wrench, you see absolutely
Agreed.
everything.
Absolutely. You are right there in the thick of it.
Exactly. But the moment you start sending crews across town, you enter this massive information vacuum. I mean, from the time they leave the shop at 7 a.m. until they roll back in at 5:00 p.m., you just get radio silence.
Just nothing but crickets.
Right. And that void breeds a constant state of low-grade panic. You just don't know what is happening out there.
It is exactly like launching a probe to Mars, honestly. You do all the prep, you launch it, and then you just sit at mission control blindly waiting for a signal back.
That is a perfect way to put it. You are just blindly waiting.
And you end up playing this incredibly stressful I hope game. Like, I hope they arrived on time. I hope they brought the right equipment. I hope they aren't just sitting in a driveway somewhere scrolling TikTok on my dime.
Yeah, and that anxiety, it isn't just a mental health issue for the owner. It quietly drains the company's bank account too. Because if you are guessing what your crew is doing, well, you are also guessing what you are paying them for.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Guessing what we pay them for?
Well, when you calculate the cost of this information vacuum, you start seeing things the blog article calls payroll paranoia.
Oh, I know this one. You mean staring at a stack of paper timesheets on Monday where miraculously every single one claims the crew worked exactly 8:00 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Exactly.
Even though you know Tuesday's traffic was a nightmare and the supply house was totally backed up on Wednesday.
Right, but here's the underlying psychology there. When crews fill out paper timesheets on Friday for a job they did on Tuesday, they usually aren't actually lying.
Wait, really? They aren't.
No, they literally just do not remember. So human nature defaults to the standard 8.00 to 4.3, and you end up paying a massive premium for human forgetfulness.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. Just a lack of memory.
Yeah. Add to that the inefficiency cascades. Like, if you don't know exactly when a crew finishes at Site A, you can't efficiently route them to Site B. It just creates sheer dead time.
Okay, but I have to push back here for a second. If I tell my guys I am tracking their phones in real time, every minute of the day, they are going to feel like Big Brother is watching.
Sure, that is a really common concern.
Won't they deeply resent that level of surveillance? I mean, doesn't that make me the ultimate micromanager?
That is always the initial fear, right? But think about the alternative. What do you do right now to keep tabs on them?
I probably call them 3 times a day asking where they are or if the job is done yet.
Right, which is active micromanagement. That hovering and grilling creates way more resentment than an app ever will.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. The constant phone calls are super annoying.
Exactly. Passive data collection actually gets you off their back. They do the work, the location data proves it objectively, and you just stop nagging them. Real data builds trust.
And I suppose they already carry the required infrastructure anyway, right?
Yes, exactly. You don't need to hardwire expensive GPS trackers into every truck. Your guys already have smartphones, so you just use the tech they are already holding.
So it completely flips the dynamic. You transition from, I hope they are there, to, I know they are there.
Spot on. You trade hoping for knowing.
And knowing a crew checked in on time or seeing that a job is 75% complete without having to interrogate anyone, that literally gives you your evenings back.
It really does. And it becomes a massive competitive advantage, too. When you have real-time visibility, you can give your clients perfectly accurate ETAs.
Which clients obviously love.
Exactly. You spot delays before they blow up into scheduling disasters. Transparency really is the antidote to the anxiety of the unknown.
It is such a huge shift in how you run the business.
It is. So I want to leave you with a final thought to chew on today. If eliminating this daily silence allows you to finally stop being a guesser and start acting like a CEO, well, what other areas of your business are currently surviving on just hope?
This episode of Time Well Spent was brought to you by LaborSync. Track employee hours and job site locations in real time from any device. Start your risk-free trial today at laborsync.com.